Hey everybody tuning into this video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Dominica, and as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about my labor and delivery story and probably talk about postpartum too. So I gave birth on July 24th to my third baby, my second little girl, and she is just so precious and she's amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about how labor and delivery was, because for me personally, every pregnancy, all three pregnancies have been different in some way, and for sure each delivery is different. So when people tell you like every pregnancy is different, that is 100% true, especially deliveries. So with my third baby that I just had, probably like 2 days before the Sunday she was born, Sunday or Monday, whatever, I was having labor contractions, but I have such a high pain tolerance, I just pushed through it for the most part. And the week prior to me giving birth, and they checked how dilated I was 3 centimeters dilated, which I wasn't too surprised about, because with my other two babies, I think with my first baby, I was 3 centimeters dilated too before I gave birth. And I think with my son, I think I was only like 1 centimeter dilated, but he was a premature baby. Me and my man were both in the Navy, and at the time he was gone underway. So my big concern, or our concern, was that he would possibly like miss the birth of our baby. So I don't remember off the top of my head when the ship was supposed to come back from underway, but it was like 2 days before our daughter was born. So I was really trying to like get through the contractions, and I was really hoping and praying like I don't go into labor or my water breaks like before dad gets back, right? So I remember my mom was here with us to help me out, and she was mainly here just in case I did go into labor and give birth before my man came back from underway. So the day he came back, the next day I took my mom to the airport to go back home, and I just remember the whole drive to the airport, I was just in so much pain. Like I had to really try to breathe through these contractions, and I just kept thinking like, today's the day, today is the day I'm gonna go into labor and give birth, whatever. So I was constantly stressing out about going to labor, and it didn't happen on that day, probably Friday. I was expecting for something to happen, and my water didn't break. I just remember the contractions were getting so bad to the point where I couldn't breathe through them anymore. And so eventually I just thought, I don't want to risk going to sleep with these contractions and not be able to sleep through it, and then wake up in the middle of the night last minute and my baby comes out. Like I really had that mindset that that would happen. So then I peed in the toilet, sat there for a little bit because I was trying to breathe through a contraction at the time, and my mucus plug came out. So then I was just like, yeah, it's time to go to the hospital. And that never happened to me before. My other two kids, my water broke. So this was like a completely different experience. I just knew it was a mucus plug. I don't know how to explain it, but I just looked at what was down there and I was like, yeah, it's time to go to the hospital. So then we went to the hospital, and we told them, you know, I'm already 3 centimeters dilated and I can't breathe through my contractions. My water did not break, but my mucus plug came out. So then they admitted me. Is that the right word? I don't know. So they admitted me, or us, to a room, and they checked me, and like I think I want to say every hour I was dilating more. So when we first got there, I was 3 centimeters dilated already. And then every time they checked me, they said, oh, okay. I think they checked me 2 times or 3 times. But when they finally moved me to a delivery room, I think I was already 5 or 6 centimeters dilated. I don't remember. But when they took me to the delivery room, well, when I first got there, I was telling them like, yo, I want the epidural like now. Like, I need the epidural right now. But they explained to us how they had so many other moms there that night, and they were understaffed, and their one anesthesiologist that administers the epidural was in the middle of a C-section, and she was still in there. So I was shit out of luck for a while, and I didn't get an epidural until I was 7 centimeters dilated. And let me tell you, that was the worst pain I ever been through. I mean, obviously not giving birth because I had an epidural, but just the pain leading up to it, like 7 centimeters, like I was in a lot of pain. And I tried so hard not to scream or anything, but I think I screamed like a good 5 times, I want to say. But eventually I got the epidural at 7 centimeters, and then I still had to wait until the doctor came to deliver my baby. So I was just laying there waiting for the epidural to kick in, still trying to breathe through my contractions, laying there just in pain. And then eventually the epidural started kicking in, and I was fine for a while. And eventually I felt the sensation of my water breaking. Just because I know how it feels when a water breaks, I told them like, hey, I think my water just broke. And they checked me, and sure enough, my water did break. So after that, they're like, okay, we're ready to push this baby out. Your water broke. You're 10 centimeters now. Let's get the ball rolling. So then the doctor came in, and after one push, my little baby girl was out. And I did get stitched up, and that took a while, but it was a pretty easy delivery. Just leading up to it, it was a lot of pain, and it felt like forever. And it was like 3 a.m. I think on Sunday or Monday. I don't remember what date July 24th was, but it was at 3 o'clock in the morning. So after that, we stayed in the hospital for like 2 days, I want to say. And then we went home. And with my other 2 babies, postpartum, it wasn't bad at all. But with this baby postpartum, it was bad. Like the first week was bad. Like I had a fever because of a UTI I had. And they said that UTIs weren't necessarily normal, but that it could happen, you know? So that was my first experience with a UTI ever. And so when we were at the hospital waiting to get discharged with our paperwork and everything, I had a fever, and they said it was because of my UTI. So they tried to bring down my fever first before they discharged us from the hospital. And so they gave me medication for UTI, and they gave me medication for my fever, and they gave me medication for bowel movement, and I think a different one for pain, I think, because of my stitches, I guess. I don't remember. But yeah, I had the worst fever, and it was like a chilling pain. Like I felt hot and cold at the same time, and I couldn't move a lot. And of course down there it was a lot of pain, a lot of stinging, and it was hard to move around. And with 3 kids, I was trying to focus on the newborn and 2 other kids running around, and it was just a lot. And eventually after that first week, I felt not amazing, obviously, but I did feel better. That's your baby sister?
Give her a hug. Alright. Okay.
Now, all the kids are doing great. My little baby is now a month old. She's about to be 2 months old. I feel like time is going by really slow, but maybe that's just me. But now I'm trying to focus more on myself and getting back in shape and focusing on my health and just, you know, things that make me happy, you know. Postpartum depression is real, and I'm just trying to do everything that I can to make myself feel better, especially after having a baby and going through all that pain postpartum. So a couple of things that I want to share with you guys is, I guess I'll talk about the vitamins that I use. So this one is from Ritual, Essential for Women Postnatal. There's 60 vegan capsules in this thing. So you're supposed to take 2 a day. When you're pregnant, your body needs double the amount of nutrients than you would not being pregnant. And so after you give birth, it automatically goes back down tremendously. So you need to get back the nutrients that your body was producing during your pregnancy. Because I don't know the exact science of it exactly, but in my mind, that's how I imagine it. So, but it has a strong mint scent and taste to it, but it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I take 2 a day. I typically just take it every morning. The second thing is this B-Flat Firming Belly Cream by Maylee's. I think I said it right. I just started using this literally yesterday. So does it work? I don't know. Typically I use the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Firming Cream. I've been using that one for 3 years straight, basically. I never stopped using it after my first child. So I find that one helps more with elasticity, really helping to firm your stomach back. So I wanted to try this to see if it'll help better with my stretch marks. After my first 2 kids, I didn't really have a problem with my stretch marks postpartum. I think it really did help with that as well. But, you know, I just want to try something different. I noticed this has like a crazy stinging, like warming sensation to it. So it gives that feeling in my head of like, okay, it's working because it's stinging and it has a warming sensation. But I literally just started using this yesterday, so I don't know if it works. But there's been a lot of hype about this on Instagram, so we'll see how this works. So I find these garment wearing things are really helpful. So this first one, I've had this one since my second child. This is called the Shaper Queen in a size medium. I did originally buy this in a size small, but I could not get it past my butt. So I went ahead and ordered it in a medium. Yeah, in a medium. And it's just a thong. You see the thong part. It's just a thong tummy control shaper thing. And I believe I bought it on Amazon. Everything that I am showing you guys, I'll go ahead and link down below. But I really love this one, mainly because it's a thong. So I don't have to worry about what I wear this with. I could wear it with anything, you know. And it does have this bone-in material in it, 2 in the front and then the 2 in the back. So this one I really do love. And then the next thing, I just recently bought this before I gave birth to my 3rd baby. I I don't know if I got this one on Amazon too, but I do know, yeah, it's in a size extra small because I'm real petite. So I got this one in an extra small, and this one's amazing. I really do love how it sucks everything in. So again, this one has the bone-in things, 2 in the front and then 2 in the back. And then this next thing, I think I broke it apart or something. Ugh. This is another one that I have. I don't know if I could. Ah. So this one I think I bought. After my second baby. It's a waist belt, one size. I don't remember where I bought this from, but here's one right here, and then there's a second one right here, and then here is the third part of it. And you're supposed to wrap all 3 around, and it's supposed to like keep everything snatched, I guess. But yeah, I don't really wear that one, but definitely should get a waist belt too, especially for when you go to the gym and stuff. And I do have a what's it called, the Sweet Sweat belt. And I just used it today for the first time at the gym, and I sweated so much off of my stomach. I feel like I sweated off so many inches. But those are just like the main products that I use postpartum. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. See you guys in my next video.